Today we are going to be playing the final game of season number 1. It will be the Texas Bowl against Kansas State. As you can see, we are the 14th ranked team in the country. We did unfortunately lose the conference championship, the SEC conference championship, to Texas A&M in the last episode. If you didn't go check that one out, please be sure to like the video. Please be sure to like that video and subscribe while you're at it. I'm not really sure how long this episode is going to be. We're going to play this game and then we're going to get through the off season at least. I don't think we're probably going to get into season number 2 at all. We're going to go ahead and take a look at early National Signing Day. The players that we have committed so far are pretty decent, but none of them are, extravagant. None of them are too crazy good. We've got a few 4-stars here. Edward Bargava, Josh Head, Kevin Zelenka, Eric Hawker, and Manuel De La Puente. So right now we've got 5 4-stars, and then we've got Bradley Kendricks, a 3-star, Josh Valos, a 3-star, Colin McDougal, Brian Juravicius, and Warren Fowler. I like our 3-stars because they're all gems pretty much. 46 in the country. We're hoping to hit the portal hard, but we've also got plenty of recruits still left over here on our board. We're going to get the most is probably Prince Cage here. He's 78th in the nation as far as rankings go, but Clemson are right on our heels for him, so I have a feeling we're going to lose out. We got Damian Bruner here. We've been in first place on him for most of the season, and now LSU is just coming in and swooping him away. And then we've got a 4-star athlete here, and somehow Northern Illinois are coming in and are taking him from us. We'll go ahead and remove Stan McNown here. He was a 3-star, but he was also a bust, so I'm not too worried about it. We got 3-star Josh Aquino here as well, so we got 6 3-stars, and he is also a bust, so not a player I'm really, necessarily excited about having. We'll take him. We've got a few guys here we're still locked out of playing style. Unfortunately, we have a C-, and it needs to be a B-. We would be probably in first place for all of them, but we've been locked out for several weeks now. I really want to get Salim Ellington. I really want to get James Hardage because they're both 3-star gems, but it doesn't look like we're going to be able to. And then we'll go ahead and remove AJ Troop here as well. He was a 3-star bust, but these are the players that we are going after currently. So Dion Riggs, a kicker, Kali here, Bjorquez. We're in first place for a decent amount of them, but we're also slightly behind on a few of them. So yeah, as of right now, these are the players that we are going after, hoping to get at least 6 or 7 of them. I think we've got 10 that we have actually got hours put into, and then we've got a kicker and a left guard here that if we end up getting, that would be cool too, especially the kicker. Not the kicker, fullback here. Not really too worried about this left guard, 3-star bust, but a 3-star fullback bust doesn't really matter. Now that we're here towards the end of the season, we'll go ahead and take a look at the Heisman winner, at the award winners as well. In the last episode, we saw that KJ Jefferson was in the Heisman watch, and he did end up finishing in 2nd place behind Dylan Gabriel. That would have been absolutely insane to see that if he would have won. Shout out to KJ Jefferson though for getting 2nd in this Heisman. And then now we're going to go ahead and check out some awards, see what players did well. We do not get a head coaching award nod, or at least finalist award nod. Nothing in best quarterback. We did get Danico Slaughter up there in 10th for best defensive player. He was absolutely all over the place for us this season, but he did end up winning the best defensive back award. Him, Anthony Switzer, and Hudson Clark all finishing in the top 3 for the best defensive back award. Quentin Jackson finishes 5th in the best running back award, which is pretty good. He had a lot of touchdowns this season, so I'm sure that's a pretty good reason as to why. Doesn't look like there's any other players for us in the top 12 of any of these awards. Xavier Sori here for best linebacker. He was very good for us. 9th in the best linebacker award. Isaiah Satania, he was in 3rd place. Did not end up winning it. Would have been nice, but he's got a couple more years left with us to hopefully win that at some point. And we'll go ahead and take a look at the college football playoff bracket here before it gets started. Notre Dame facing Michigan out on that left side. Oklahoma, the 5 seed, facing the 12 seed Troy. Just incredible. A team from the Sun Belt is making it. Ohio State facing Cincinnati. And then the best 4 teams in the country, or at least the top 4 seeds, were Oregon, A&M, Texas Tech, and North Carolina. So obviously the big 2 names missing from there is Georgia and Alabama. Neither team makes it to the college football playoff, and I've noticed that a lot in college football 25 so far, in the just random different dynasties I've done so far. Georgia and Alabama don't end up being very good, like ever, really. That's very interesting to see. We'll go ahead and view some job offers here, see if we do have any. And it looks like we only get offered defensive coordinator potentially, or offensive coordinator at Kent State, DC at Arizona State. I think that's pretty much all we're going to go over right now. We will go over the season stats after the game. Let's go ahead and get into this game against Kansas State. All right, we are ready for kickoff here at NRG Stadium here in Texas, facing off against Kansas State. If you Arkansas Razorback fans will probably remember that we played Kansas State in the Cotton Bowl, I believe is what it was, back in 2011, 2012, something like that. I believe that was Petrino's last game potentially for the Razorbacks. I can't remember. My memory is kind of fading me on that one, but you Razorback fans remember that one. Joe Adams had a great kick return or punt return in that game. Kansas State here in a 2nd and 10 situation. Looks like they're faking the handoff one way, but it is completely read by Brad Spence there. He has had a pretty good season for us, and I'm hoping that he will continue to have a good career for us here at Arkansas. Under a lot of pressure, and we are going to get a sack on the very next play as well. Charlie Collins forcing a 4th down situation for Kansas State in their first possession. Fortunately, it looks like we have a little bit of a glitch here. Taylor Green is wearing a white helmet. All white, no Razorback on it at all. Not really sure what that's about. We're going to get the handoff here to Jaquinton Jackson. Good RPO play there. Next play, we got Dominion out to the right side. He's going to have room to run. Try the juke move out, but we're going to be able to get past midfield here. And we are driving here, looking to take potentially a shot at the end zone. We're basically running verticals here, except it is going to be a halfback wheel route. Right up the middle, right up the seam. Jaquinton Jackson cannot hold on to the ball. It was a decent throw by Taylor Green. But we'll move to 2nd and 10 here. We've got Armstrong on the underneath route. Oh, Taylor Green luckily gets that away and does not take the sack. It's going to be 3rd and 10 from the 24-yard line. We're going to have Wilson across the middle here. But the linebacker reads it well. It's going to be 4th and 5. We will settle for the field goal. We've still got to make it, though, obviously. It's up. And it will be good. So we score a field goal here to start off the game. Luckily for us, we make it. Don't talk to me about the last episode. I missed two very, very bad field goals. What just happened? Okay, cool. 75-yard run from scrimmage for Kansas State on their very next play. Bounced around, broke a couple tackles, and he was gone. Okay, well, this game is just absolutely going crazy right now. Jordan Anthony going to return this kickoff for a touchdown right after they had a long play. And just a little reminder here that we did switch the difficulty to Heisman from All-American. We did that at the end of the last episode for the Texas A&M game. Probably a good reason why we lost it, but let's go ahead and get back into this one. Hopefully we don't lose this. Taylor Green with the read option on our next drive. Juke move inside, and we'll get tackled from behind. The very next play, we'll go with a little bit of play action. We don't have time to fake throw in the pocket. 2nd and 16. And now, of course, 3rd and 16. We're going to go with the wide receiver mid-screen. See if we can't just pick up a couple yards. I don't think it's going to work out for us. Not working out just yet. We get 3 yards, but it's going to be 4th down here, so we'll punt. Kansas State driving down the field, but we have an opportunity to stop them here. It is 3rd and 11. We could hold them to no points or just a field goal here would be great. Are we going to break up that pass? No, we're not. We're going to hit the receiver a couple of times as well. And we are not going to knock him down. He stays on his feet, and that is going to be another Kansas State touchdown. 3rd and 2 in our own territory here at the end of the first quarter. We got Armstrong running on a jet sweep. Going to juke move inside. Good juke move inside. And we will pick up the 1st down. And at the end of the first quarter, it looks like Kansas State are dominating in terms of yardage, but it's only a 14-10 ball game, so we're still in it. Taylor Green flushed out of the pocket. We will find Isaac Tesla, though, for yet another 1st down. Jaquinton Jackson, good run. We're going to get 6 yards there. It's going to be 3rd and 3. There's only 5 guys in the box. I would love to catch them slipping here with the halfback slip screen. And it looks like we are going to do just that. Blockers aren't quick enough for us. We're going to head back towards the middle of the field, but we will pick up a big gain there. This RPO could be perfect if we can find Luke Haas. Yeah, I'm not going to risk it. Dominion going to run for 3 yards. Oh, we've got Tesla across the middle. Not quite going to be able to get in, though. It will be 1st and goal. Yeah, I think we're going to go ahead and stick with the run play here. Dominion in for this one. Run it straight up at them. Easy touchdown. We'll get K-State in a little 3rd and 8 situation here. Where's the... Oh, safety over the top. We had Hudson Clark, and we were stepping up to guard that hook curl area of the field. Oh, Taylor Green. Nowhere to go here. I wanted to just throw that away. Why am I trying to talk? Why am I trying to talk while I'm playing? Wow, are we going to have Isaac Tesla on a deep route? Yes, we are. Isaac Tesla, not the speed demon we're used to in Isaiah Satania, but we're able to find him on a deep route there. We have time to move forward. We still have 2 minutes left, so we don't necessarily want to give them the ball yet. I'm going to go with a read option and see if we can't pick up a few yards here before the 2-minute warning. Oh, yeah. See, I tried to hold that with Taylor Green. We find ourselves in yet another third down situation, but we're running the empty set, and Isaiah Satania could potentially be open there. I couldn't get it out quick enough. Is he open now? Oh, what a great catch. We're out 1st and goal here. Now on this next play, we've got nowhere to go just yet. We're going to run it with Taylor Green, though. And we are going to find that corner of the end zone. Still wearing the white helmet, Taylor Green. Not sure what he's doing. But it's going to be 24-21 here before the end of the first half. Hopefully we don't let them score again. Yeah, so I mean, I don't know why I even say anything, because now K-State are driving down the field very quickly. We nearly read that tight end cross. We're just not quite in the best position. Now we'll go with a little cover 2 man, see if we can't... Oh, what just happened there? The receiver dropped the ball. Gonna run cover 3. I'm not confident in it, but we're gonna run it. We've got a man across the middle here. The quarterback's gonna take off running. We're gonna try to level him. We do with a few guys, but he picks up the first. Now we're gonna try to catch them off guard with a blitz off the edge. Not able to get anyone to it. And of course, they score before the end of the first half. So at the half, your Arkansas Razorbacks will be down 28-24, which, you know, isn't bad, of course, but Kansas State, their offense, we're just not able to stop them. And then, of course, the defensive touchdown wasn't great for us either. Third down situation here early on. The plan was to slow the game down to where we don't really have to worry about passing the ball too much. We could just run out some clock, but this is going to work out well for us. DeBinion with the halfback screen picks up at least 20. Now we'll go with a little RPO here, see if we can't find Tesla. We can't find him, and then Jaquinton Jackson stopped in the backfield. I feel like every time Jaquinton Jackson has ran the ball, they've been there. A go route here for Isaiah Satania. Not able to find him. We'll just dump it down to DeBinion. We'll pick up 2 yards. Waiting on Armstrong. He is there across the middle. We'll cut back upfield, and we'll pick up 20 yet again. I mean, I'm telling you, Jaquinton Jackson cannot get past their defensive line. They are in the backfield every single time. I love getting the ball out here to Armstrong, our playmaker, but this time they bring heavy pressure. We are not able to get it out. We'll settle for a field goal yet again, but can we make it? And is there enough juice on it? It looks like there is. We are now down by only 1. We just unfortunately cannot stop Kansas State, whether they're running the ball, whether they're passing the ball. I mean, oh, they could play it rugby style and kick it down the field for all I care. They would still get past us. But this time, we do well. Oh my goodness, Brad Spence picks him up and slams him to the ground. We're able to stop them. We'll be 4th and 5, and they'll punt it away. We're going to go ahead and put on chew clock again. If we can drive the distance of the field without stopping, without turning the ball over, and get a touchdown, it'd be great for us. But we do have to be sure to convert our third downs. Going to look over the middle here for Tesla. Wow. Him and DeBinion nearly ran into each other. Kind of did, but we will pick up the first, and we'll choose some more clock. Great option here with Taylor Green. Should be an easy one for DeBinion. We'll get about 15 yards, and we're going to get past midfield as well. Now we've got a little jet touch pass here for Satania. If he can get to the outside, he's obviously got the burners. Try to get back inside to use the blockers. We'll pick up the first either way. Jaquinton Jackson cutting up field, 6 yards this time. Good carries back to back to back for Jaquinton Jackson there. Gets him over 50 yards rushing for the game. We'll go back to him. We turn chew clock off just because, I mean, if we score, we want to have enough time to go back and score if, you know, if we can get the ball back. Binion going to cut back inside. It's going to be 1st and goal. We're going to go play action here on this one. We're going to send Armstrong on the drag route underneath. Wow, he gets leveled. Not a great throw or great decision there by Taylor Green. It's back to the ground game we go, but the box is basically empty. Jaquinton Jackson can't get outside that player, though, who does go down injured and is just holding his ass. That means it's 3rd and goal from the 8-yard line. Tough to score from here. We've got DeBinion on a wheel route, Wilson on a drag. Got a couple other players potentially going to be able to get it to... I don't know why X stopped running. I thought Armstrong was going to keep running across the field. He stopped and basically ran almost like a curl route, and that is going to be a turnover. It's now 3rd and 11. We're running man coverage, or 3rd and 6, excuse me. We're running man coverage. We're running a blitz here. See if we can't get to the quarterback. Putting him under pressure. Unfortunately, they are going to complete that pass. We're going to go ahead and take a timeout here. Hopefully use the 2-minute warning to our advantage. We need the ball back, boys. Oh, we get a pick. Run. Run, please. Marquise Robinson with a pick. The quarterback is about to catch up to us. We get knocked down by the tight end. But they give us a gift, and we could potentially score here. We are definitely not throwing the ball. Why in the world would we do that shit? Let's go ahead and run inside zone here with Jaquan Jackson. They're not stacking the box, so we could go ahead and score, potentially. Or we could just get tackled in the backfield. Thank you, offensive line. Second and goal from the 10. We'll go ahead and run the RPO. I'm looking for Tesla, but we can hand it off if we need to. We will go ahead and hand it off. There's just no blocking for us. I am okay with just kicking a field goal here if we have to. If we can run it in, that'd be great. Binion, we're going to try to get around the edge. We cannot. K-State will now call their timeout. So we will unfortunately have to take the field goal. We, of course, have to just make it, though. A lot easier to kick that one than it was the last few, and we are going to take the lead 30-28 here with only a minute left in the fourth. But do they have too much time? A minute and 14 on the clock, 75 yards to go. I would say yes, but that's going to be another pick. What is this quarterback doing? You know, should stay intact. We just got to run and get a couple first downs here, boys. Tesla on the jet touch pass. Cut it upfield. Just stay in bounds. Make them use their timeouts. Quentin Jackson, another good run. 6 yards. It's going to be 3rd and 2. We do need to convert the first down here. That would be ideal. If we don't, we can, I guess, pick another field goal. But we'd still give them a little bit of time left. So let's go ahead and convert this here, boys. Oh my goodness, he falls forward and it's going to be 4th and inches. Oh wait, there must have been a booth review. It is 1st and 10. Now all we got to do is kneel, get in victory formation, and that will run the clock out. And your Arkansas Razorbacks will finish off the first season in this dynasty 10-4. And we will be Texas Bowl winners over Kansas State. It was 28-24 Kansas State at half, and we slowed the game down. That first half, we were playing into their hands perfectly. It showed. That second half, they did not perform as well. They were not in as good of a rhythm as they wanted to be. Avery Johnson, 2 very bad interceptions in that fourth quarter right there. We obviously threw 2 bad interceptions ourselves, but, you know, we ended up winning the game, so nobody's going to talk about that. You know what? I'm proud of this team. Somehow we came away from this season with 10 wins. And a lot to work on over the summer. Great accomplishment as well, getting a bowl win in our first season. I thought we might be able to go 6-6 and, you know, maybe go 7-6 with a bowl win, but going 10-4 was not on the table for me. I did not see that happening. Yes, sir. We get a commitment from Clark Jeffrey, a 3-star free safety. That's our 3rd free safety commitment. So, you know, we don't need that many, but it's nice to have as many safeties as possible. We can always convert him to a strong safety. We are now into bowl week 3 of 4. We are going to simulate to the final one, and we're going to see who is in the national championship game. Wow, and it looks like Oregon is going to be facing off against A&M. Troy down there in that bottom left side was able to get past Oklahoma in their first game and then played North Carolina very well in the second. Could have gotten to the semifinal. Good games all around there, but of course A&M are SEC foes. We did lose to them in the SEC championship game, unfortunately, so I think they deserve it. They've been playing well all season, but can they get past the Oregon Ducks and Heisman winner Dylan Gabriel? Let's go ahead and find out. Well, that's not the news we wanted to see. Damon Bruner commits to LSU. We've been going after him all year, but it looks like Oregon is going to win the college football playoff 41-31 in the final game over A&M. They also beat North Carolina 41-31 and then also beat Notre Dame 39-38. So they scored a lot of points and they also gave up a good amount of points. But the Oregon Ducks will be your 2024 college football champions. I didn't think to look at All-Americans, so let's go ahead and take a look at that. First team All-American quarterback, KJ Jefferson. That's interesting. That is something. Doesn't look like we have anybody on the first team. We actually have Landon Jackson on second team All-American. I didn't think he was going to get any honors this season, at least not All-American honors. Let's go ahead and check out the SEC as well while we're at it. SEC first team, Jaquan Jackson is going to be there with Landon Jackson as well. The Jackson brothers, not really. Anyways, second team, Eric Gregory is going to be on there. And that will be our only player. And then I don't think we're going to have any freshmen. We'll go ahead and take a look at the player stats for season number 1 here. Taylor Green, 3,700 yards through the air was quite a lot. But 26 touchdowns and 17 interceptions, obviously not a great ratio. Jaquan Jackson was a very bright spot for this team, 1,100 yards rushing, 17 rushing touchdowns. Dabinya did very well himself and will be the #1 running back at the beginning of next season, I would assume. And then the receiving core, we had 3 players with over 800 yards. Satania, Armstrong, and Tesla. Luke Haas, I believe, as someone had said in the comments of the last episode, with 584 yards himself. So pretty good receiving core we got there. Our offensive line was pretty solid. Carmona gave up a good amount of sacks, but he is a left tackle, so it kind of makes sense. We've got only 1 senior on our offensive line, so all of these guys should be coming back. And hopefully some backups will get a little bit better as well. And Marion Harris, I'm hoping that he turns into a very solid player for us. And then we'll go ahead and take a look at the defense here. Xavier Sori and Danico Slaughter both end up with 110 total tackles. Wild from both of them. Xavier Sori should be back next year. Slaughter will be gone. Switzer will be gone. Hudson Clark will be gone. We're going to be missing a lot of players from this defense. But we've got some key players coming back as well. So, things aren't looking too bad for us. But Jaden Johnson ends up with 4 interceptions. Danico Slaughter with 3. A bunch of players with 2. I believe that is 18 interceptions as a team this season, which is a lot. I don't know if Arkansas has ever gotten close to that. Maybe they have. We also forced, it looks like 7 fumbles there. We've got some fumbles recovered. And it looks like we've got 4 defensive touchdowns. Yeah, that sounds about right. Nico Slaughter, Xavier Sori, Anthony Switzer, and Jalen Braxton all with 1 each. We don't even really need to talk about kicking too much. It was bad. It was mostly bad because of me, but it was bad. 19 of 27 for Shipley. Kick return, we did have 2 touchdowns, Satania and Jordan Anthony that you saw in this episode. Punt return, no touchdowns, and that is going to do it for this season's stats. We'll move on to the players leaving. It looks like Varkey's Gums is wanting to transfer. I'm actually not even going to try to persuade him to stay because we've still got Luke Haas, we still got Washington, we still got a few other tight ends that we can keep. Lennon Jackson is going to be our only player drafted. He's projected for round 3. I imagine he will be a or at least a 3rd round pick. Nobody else is going to get drafted though. None of these players are anywhere near good enough to be drafted. But let's go ahead and advance another week. We get Kelvin Tiffin, which I believe we were locked out on him due to the deal breaker, but I guess no one else was going after him, so that's nice to see. And Landon Jackson actually ended up getting drafted in the 2nd round, which is definitely believable. I hope he has a really good season this year in real life and gets taken in the 1st round instead. But we move on to off-season recruiting here, boys. Week 1 here in the off-season recruiting. We're going to go ahead and clean up the recruiting board. And we now have 13 total commitments, 5 4 stars, 8 3 stars, now that we've added a couple players throughout this episode. I've got them lined up here by national rank, and as you can see, those 5 4 stars there, and then the 8 3 stars. And we've got several players still potentially going to be able to commit to us. Prince Cage, Chaz Ramesh here. We're going to go after all of them. And then we're also going to go ahead and take a look at the transfer portal, where it looks like Jaquez Cross, I believe he is the Arkansas State running back, is going to be interested in coming to us. I'm very interested in bringing him in. McClellan here, defensive tackle. We'll go ahead and add him to the board. Left tackle, not center back. Been playing too much FIFA. Cornerback. And then we'll go ahead and add this left outside linebacker from Georgia as well. We've been known to go after Georgia players in the past few years, Arkansas, as well as Baylor players. So yeah, we'll add those players to the board. Let's go ahead and start the recruitment. I don't think I've ever seen a transfer portal player be a bust or be a gem, so I don't know if that's actually possible. Let me know in the comments down below if you've ever seen that in this game. We're gonna go after all of these transfers just because they all look decent. They're all 3 stars at least, which when it comes to transfer portal players usually means they are pretty decent. We've got 1,350 hours to give out, which is quite a bit. I don't think we could ever give out that many. We'll go ahead and schedule a visit here for Prince Cage. We know that he likes playing time, proximity to home, and playing style. We'll go ahead and use the motivation of playing time for his visit. We'll schedule a visit here for Bobby Fullington, another 4-star. We know he is an offensive lineman. Looks like he likes playing time, so we'll go ahead and go after playing time for him. Warren Aurora is a right guard that we're going after. We're currently in 3rd place on him. He likes brand exposure, championship contender, and coach prestige. I like that you like coach prestige, so go ahead and go after you for that. We are behind Georgia and Alabama for him, so unlikely to get him. We're behind Bobby Fullington we're behind Northern Illinois for Bobby Fullington here. We are in 1st by just a very small margin over Clemson on Prince Cage, and in 1st as well over Cincinnati for Chaz Ramesh. JUCO linebacker here, right outside linebacker. I mean, I don't think he's going to end up being that great. But we'll go ahead and schedule a visit for him. I'm not even going to give him any time this week besides that. Same with this strong safety here. No other team is going after this guy, so he likes pro potential. We'll give you pro potential there, brother. We're in first on this kicker, so we'll go ahead and send the house for him, and we're going to go ahead and schedule a visit as well. We'll go ahead and promote playing time because he would immediately come in and be our first team kicker. We are losing Matthew Shipley, which isn't that big of a deal for us. Obviously, it wasn't great. We'll go after the 3-star fullback because what difference does it make? And then we've got this one last guy here, an athlete. It looks like he is a running back, Ramon Colley. We're behind Tulane on him. We'll go ahead and promote playing style as it is an A+, and that is going to be all the recruiting. So we actually did end up using quite a bit of those hours, mostly for scheduling visits, and that's about all we can do. We can only give 50 hours per prospect right now just because we're not, we're not a recruiting guru, if you will. So unfortunately, we're not able to give any more than that. But we do get a commitment here from Dion Riggs, our new #1 kicker. We'll get a commitment from Salim Ellington, who we were locked out of. That is nice to see. And then we are in first place for a lot of these guys down here as well. I'm going to go ahead and schedule a visit for Chaz Ramesh for week 2. We've got the Prince Cage visit done and dusted. And I would assume he's going to commit to us. I really hope so. He's a 4-star and he's a gem, so I just know he's going to be good. Northern Illinois for Bobby Fullington, but we've gone on a visit already for him. They don't have a visit till week 4. Things could get a little dicey, but it does look like Warren Aurora is going to only have an offer from us now. Georgia and Alabama both rescinded theirs, which is going to work in our favor very nicely. Ramon Colley unfortunately commits to Tulane over us, so not going to get him. We've got James Hardage here. We're still locked out of. We're the only team to offer him a scholarship, so when it comes down to it at the end of the season, he might still just commit to us instead of anyone else. We're going to go ahead and schedule visits for all of our potential transfer players down here. Currently sitting in first place for 3 of these 5 guys. Jaquez Cross, we are first place on. McClellan, the defensive tackle, we are in second place. We are in first place for Sexton. We are in first place for Tevin Williams, but unfortunately we're in second for Samuel Mpemba here. Notre Dame going after him heavy. We do have a visit this week, so that should help us out. But I'm sure Notre Dame will want him to visit them as well. So let's go ahead and advance the week. And we unfortunately do not pick up any commitments. Jaquez Cross could easily commit to us next week, which is a very exciting player to be getting a 4-star transfer. I can only imagine how good he's going to be. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like Chris McClellan is going to commit to us, even though Oklahoma hasn't had him for a visit. That looks like where he wants to go. He is from Oklahoma, North Tulsa, so it does make sense. We are in first still for Chaz Ramesh, but we are very slowly but surely climbing up to the top 3 or to where his cutoff points are. Prince Cage, I think, could commit to us this next week, and Northern Illinois have overtaken us. It's the same thing. We are in first place now for Warren Aurora, the right guard, so it does look like we're going to get a commitment from him. No one else is going after him at the moment. Jacob Sexton here, the transfer junior, we are in first place for, but Kansas is right on our tails. We did go ahead and bring in a few more players that just weren't being looked at by any schools, don't have any offers at all. We found some busts here that we're not going to go after, but we did find a few guys. Tim Charbonnet here, a right guard, 3-star. Nobody's going after him. We might as well see if he'll commit. Jason O'Malley as well, a free safety from Oklahoma City. Ernest Renfro here from Clearwater, Florida, an athlete. Looks like he's a run stopper, likely a defensive lineman, maybe linebacker, something like that. And then Jamie Fasano here, a 3-star quarterback that is a gem. So we're going to go ahead and offer all 4 of those guys scholarships. And that's going to do it for recruiting for this week yet again. And we will go ahead and get a massive pickup for the squad here, a 4-star running back out of the transfer portal. I mean, obviously we got Dubinion for next season, but getting a 4-star running back is never a bad thing. Jaquez Cross, welcome to the University of Arkansas, the better team in Arkansas. Warren Aurora committing to us as well. Jacob Sexton is committing to us as well. And we do move into first place for some of those guys that we brought in last week. Ernest Renfro, Jamie Fasano, and Tim Charbonnet were in first place for. We are only in third for Jason O'Malley. Likely won't get him since Tulsa has now offered him. Still in first for Chaz Ramesh. Hopefully he'll commit. I have a feeling he's going to go to Florida State. Prince Cage, we're still in first place. Surely he will commit to us since we are the only school to offer him, but I've seen crazier things. Nothing going to happen as far as recruiting, adding any points this week. We will go ahead and advance through the final week and see what commitments we pick up. There we go, baby. A 4-star middle linebacker, a freshman, Prince Cage. What a fantastic name that is. We also got a commitment from right outside linebacker Howie Clinton, middle linebacker Ernest Renfro, quarterback Jamie Fasano, and that will round off our recruiting class. And like I said, Ches Ramesh did commit to Florida State. Let's go ahead and take a look at National Signing Day. We added a lot of players, and I think that would have helped out our class recruiting ranking by quite a bit. We are going to finish in 24th with 26 commitments, 7 4-stars, 19 3-stars. Sounds about like a normal Arkansas recruiting class. We are going to finish 11th in the SEC out of 16 teams. We're at least above South Carolina, Florida, and Kentucky, as well as Mississippi State. And Missouri down there as well. That's where you deserve to be. Vanderbilt down there as well. No shock there. But 24th, not bad in the country. LSU going to finish in that number 1 spot with Texas, Tennessee, Georgia right behind them. So the top 4 teams are all going to be SEC schools. Alabama only down there at 11th with Ole Miss right behind them. That is interesting to see. I'm telling you, boys, Alabama and the dynasties that I've played have not always been very good. Go ahead and look at some position changes here for our boys. Brian Juravicius, quarterback. Best position for him. He's going to be a 75 overall off the bat. Pretty good starting point for a quarterback. Then we've got Ernest Renfro here. He was a middle linebacker, I believe. But it looks like we're going to put him at left or right outside linebacker. He is only 68 overall, so not great. Yeah, I mean, this Brian Juravicius fella is already looking insane. 96 speed, only 61 awareness, so that's not great, but 95 throw power, 86 short accuracy, 86 medium, and 85 deep already as just a freshman. We'll likely redshirt him this year, but he could grow to be a very good player. Jalen Green's still going to be the QB1 for next season. And Jaquez Cross, our new running back, is starting off at an 82 overall. So he might have that first place spot over Dubinion. We'll have to see what the training results show. And wide receiver this season is going to be interesting because we've got a lot of speed. And that's pretty much all we got. We don't really have a lot of super tall players necessarily. I mean, Jaden Wilson's 6'3", but he's still more of a deep threat than anything. We got Davion Dozier here, 6'4", but I just don't know if he's going to get on the field a lot. But you can just see we got a lot of speed. Jordan Anthony, 98. Titania, 95. I'm interested to see how this season goes with this receiving core. But our 4-star freshman tight end, Edward Bargava, already 75 overall as well, looking pretty good. Josh Head, that left tackle, 4-star, 75 overall already as well. But we got Carmona and we got Jacob Sexton, who we picked up as a transfer as well. Left guard will be Patrick Kudas. No reason to go after anyone else or put anyone else there. Addison Nichols will be our center. At right guard, we've got Josh Street. He is decent, but could we put someone else there and then be better? Potentially. I'm going to look to see if Sexton can play right guard. It looks like he can, and it won't drop his overall rating. So we're going to go ahead and move him over. And then that will be that at left tackle. And then we'll look back at the right guard position, and Sexton is number 1. Josh Street could get better through the training and potentially overtake him. Blackstock here will be the right tackle. So our offensive line is honestly going to be better this year than it was last year, hopefully. We've got left end here, Charlie Collins, and Quincy Rhodes. I'm not sure how to say his name. At right end, he's only 76 overall. We could just move Rhodes over, I believe, and it will be better, but we also could move Quincy Rhodes to defensive tackle. Left outside linebacker, our best player is Caden Henley as of right now, only 72 overall. But we also don't use our outside linebackers a lot. We're usually not running 3 linebacker formations. It's mostly just 2 middle linebackers, so might just keep Prince Cage there. Corner, we're going to be pretty solid. We've got Jalen Braxton. We got Jaheim Singletary, both players for probably this year and next year. And then Selman Bridges, I'm very excited about him. Freshman players that were 4-stars that are 75, 74 overall, something like that, including Eric Hawker and Manuel De La Puente here. One of those guys could easily end up being a freshman starter for us this season. And then at strong safety, we've still got Miguel Mitchell. Hopefully he will get above 80 overall once the training plans kick in. Not expecting much from him. And then punter Kimmy will hopefully get a little bit better this year. And that's going to be that. I don't think we're going to make any other position changes. So we're going to go ahead and advance this week as well. And hopefully we will have very good training results. We do have 30 coaching points available now. So we can either open up recruiter, open up motivator, or we can just stick with the tactician. I do kind of want to open up the motivator though. I'm going to go ahead and do that. We will unlock the master motivator. Go ahead and upgrade this to tier 3. But the offensive linemen get an off-season training boost. I don't know if that's going to go in effect immediately. The DBs stay hot through timeouts, quarter changing across games. That's great to have. Put in work DB, defensive backs get an off-season training boost. That's fantastic. And then, of course, tier 4 would be great too. So we'll probably start putting a decent amount of points into the motivator category. We've already put a good amount into tactician as well. And then at some point, if you guys want us to also open up the recruiter board here, I don't know exactly what it would be called, then we would as well. But let me know in the comments down below how you feel about that. If you're still watching this video at this point, please be sure to like the video. Please be sure to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Let's go ahead and take a look at the training results. 93 overall as a junior. Isaiah Satania is a 91. What is going on? Our team just our team just improved so much. Let's just go position by position. So Taylor Green's up to an 88 overall. And I mean, I get it, because we obviously had a really good season. Rodney Hill up to an 83. Binion's an 81. Bryce Stevens has a great offseason and is now an 82 overall, taking that number 2 spot with overtaking Jaden Wilson. I mean, Ty Washington is a 90 overall now. This is wild. I'm kind of mind blown by that. Carmona only an 81, but Patrick Kudos up to an 89. Addison Nichols up to an 85. Josh Street only still on an 80, and then Blackstock up to an 81. Some of this, Charlie Collins is a true sophomore and is an 88 overall already. We could be in a position to absolutely run the SEC next season, depending on how well it goes, obviously. But I mean, our defensive line looks great. Campbell 86, DeVilliers 84, Collins 88, Quincy Rhodes 84. Linebackers, not great on the left outside linebacker, but middle linebackers, Xavier Sorey and Carson Dean in the mid 80s. And then a right outside linebacker, Justin Logan, overtakes Brad Spence. What is going on? Corner, we're going to have Jalen Braxton at 87, Singletary at 82, and Tevis Metcalf at 80. Bakari Johnson, Selman Bridges, TJ Metcalf. I mean, I thought Selman Bridges was going to go up a lot. He might not even play this season. Free safety Dylan Haas and Dallas Young up to 73. So likely one of our freshman free safeties will be the starter. Probably Eric Hocker, since he's 75 overall. Miguel Mitchell up to an 83 overall at the strong safety position. Kicker nothing. Punter is only up to a 74. I'm just mind blown. We have 2 tight ends above 90 overall. And then Isaiah Satania is a 91. Yeah, I don't know what to say about that. Isaiah Satania being a 91 overall is still just blowing my mind. I mean, I think he's a great player, but is he going to be good enough to be a 91 overall in 2025 starting off? I don't know. Our roster size is just a little too big, so we're going to have to tell some players to transfer. We can't obviously do the true freshmen or any transfers that we just brought in. We're going to go through position by position. Pretty tough, because I don't really want to tell any players to go. Eli Stein here, we will tell him to go. Actually, no, never mind. We can't tell center Amari Wiggins to go. Only 65 overall. Senior, yeah, you're not going to touch the field, so there's no point in staying here. Don't want to do any for the right guards. Don't want to do any for the right tackles. I mean, there's not a lot of players that we can actually tell to leave. Caleb James here, only 69 overall. He's never going to touch the field, so we'll go ahead and encourage him to leave. I don't know why the roster size is only cut at 85. I think college rosters have more than that, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe they don't. And then same thing with a player here like Jaden Allen, only a freshman, so even though he's been redshirted, but still only a freshman, 71 overall. We brought in just a few too many players through high school in the transfer portal this year. Like Clark Jeffrey wasn't needed, wasn't necessary to have him on the team, but now it means that somebody else might be losing a spot, like Dylan has, unfortunately. And we can't cut Dylan Haas because then his brother might leave. We do have a backup punter here, Warren Abraham. He's 67 overall. He's only a freshman, but we're going to encourage him to leave because we can just find another punter. We'll go back through one more time. Blake Boda here, we're going to go ahead and cut. He's just never going to play. Malachi Singleton's going to be better. Durvicious is already better, and KJ Jackson is also already better. I guess since we don't really use the left outside linebackers and right outside linebackers a lot, Juju Pope, sorry, brother, you're going to have to be gone. Let's go ahead and just do it with Bergstrom here. Don't want to get rid of your brother, but we got to get down to 85. And so the roster is finally down to 85. Let's go ahead and advance one more week. And that will bring us to preseason 2025. Let's go ahead and take a quick peek at our custom schedule, see if we want to change anything. We've got Louisiana Tech, Arkansas State. We're going to play at Memphis, and we will play Notre Dame at home, at Texas, at Tennessee, at LSU, at Ole Miss. That 4-game stretch is absolutely brutal. And then we will round off the season with another home game against Missouri. So, but we play home against Notre Dame, or home against Notre Dame as well, so that's not bad. It's going to be a brutal schedule. Louisiana Tech's definitely not bad. Arkansas State is definitely not bad. Neither one of them are great. Memphis, decent, but they're going to be losing their best quarterback, obviously. Notre Dame is tough, and then the SEC is obviously very tough as well. That's going to do it for today's episode, though. We're going to set up the recruiting board and scout the prospects at the beginning of the next episode. If you guys are enjoying this series, please be sure to let me know by liking the video, hitting that subscribe button, and commenting down below. We'll take a quick look at the preseason first team and second team All-American. Isaiah Satania is a second team All-American. And then you guys can see here that we are starting off the season ranked 15th in the nation, 1 spot behind Georgia, 1 ahead of Penn State. That just tells you how far we've already come in just 1 season. Maybe this will happen in real life. Maybe it won't. We'll have to see. Thank you guys for watching. I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.